Okay, I'm back. So, take some sugar. I really don't measure a whole lot. It's more by sight and feel, and I'll show you. Figure out how big these cups are. I think they're 12-ounce cups. Maybe 16 ounce. Alright. So we're going to make it where it sticks together like snow with the water. So I'll be using my fingers on this. That's it, way too close. Alright, so just a little bit of water in here. We're going to mix it together. You see it's starting to get, of course the top of it's too wet, so you gotta stir it down. I should have put some water in below, but that's alright. It's a seasonal thing, you gotta have practice again. You just kind of mush it together so the dry and the wet mixes. You see there's clumps and there's dry. We're getting there. A little bit more. Put that in the bottom down there. Now it's just like a tablespoon more. It don't take much to do this. The hard part is getting it all mixed. Now I have my oils and stuff at the end after I take them out, right before I put them in the yard, which I'll add peppermint or thyme oil. I also have some, I'm out of Hive Live, but I have some brood booster, which attracts them to eat. I mainly would do that closer to fall. I'm doing this mainly as a teaching thing, so I'm going to do some of these. Not all my hives are going to get these tomorrow, because I'm also going to do some other stuff. I'm going to show you different ways of doing this for emergency feedings, so everybody can get prepped and ready. Alright, so when you squeeze it, it kind of sticks together. So pack it down in there tight. I use pie tins because using other baking stuff, you may have to use parchment paper because it may not come out if it's a true solid brick. It forms. The pie pan will at least give, and if for some reason you have to cut it off, because I've had to chip one out of a baking pan before. Like I said, when you squeeze it together, it kind of makes a little ball like snow. That's kind of where you want with consistency. We're going to go ahead and turn my oven on. And I only want to set this about 200 degrees. Oops, wrong button. Maybe 250. I think as low as my oven goes. Oh, 200. Okay, we're going to turn it on. About 200. And because you're wanting to draw the moisture out of it, you can also let this sit on a baking rack for a week or so, depending on how much humidity is in your house. And they'll dry up solid. And but let me go ahead and put this one in. You can already nothing that's been sitting in there. Let's see, like this. So all that made roughly 1.5 brick. So we have to make more brick. So roughly, I guess it's 1.5 cups, roughly, to make one of these cups. I forgot how much is in here. I think it's 3. Actually, hang on a minute. Roughly, we're at 2.5 cups. We're going to stop there so I can mix it easier. Just a little bit of water. I think most of the time, usually under maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons. Like I said, you'll get the feel of it. But you don't use a whole lot of water because you're just trying to get it to stick together. And if you ever go over on water, you can always just add more sugar if your bowl's big enough. And if not, you can always add just a little bit more water. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now, right now I'm still mixing 2-to-1 syrup, which is 2 sugars to 1 water. And I do that in an open feeding, which if you've seen my videos, you've seen my open feeders. You can use just a large tote if you want. Make sure you fill it with sticks so they have something to land on. And just pour the syrup in every morning so it's nice and warm for them. Because if you leave it out overnight, then it's cold and then they can get hypothermia and drowned right there. But if you put out about 2, you never want to leave more than what your bees will drink in a day, depending on your bees. It could be, sorry, I'm not on camera. It could be, I'm running about 2.5 gallons right now. My oven says it's preheated. We're going to pack this down. Alright, turn. And yes, there's always sugar everywhere. Always sugar. Now, some people will do a hole in the middle. Alright, let's say that was good. So you stick your finger right in the middle. And that what it is that will give the bees a place to start eating in the winter when it's really cold. They can start in the middle, here at the hole, and they will eat out instead of eating at, but that's the way bees are. Sorry. Alright, put this one in the oven. Like I said, these are all just old pie tins I keep around. Alright. I'll make one more batch because I've got to make 2-to-1 syrup also, but not on this video. Alright. About another 3 cups of sugar. Yeah, somewhere in there. 3 cups. We'll go a little bit more because I got to fill one more. Alright. So this one's a little more. This here is, where are we at? It says 6 cups of sugar. We'll just put that in. Let it go. That way I can fish off this pan and the pan sitting back there. Alright. Like I said, I'm thinking of it. Let's say 20 minutes at 200. And then you're just going to turn it off and pop the door open on your oven, kind of let it sit there, and it'll finish whatever. Like I said, you're not melting the sugar, you're just trying to get it to stick together. There we go. Got most of the pockets out of this. But, see, it's like snow. Yeah, you can make a little ball out of it. It will crumble, but it's still a little ball. There goes my cats. Oh, I missed some powder in the bottom. It's alright. And sometimes I've had them crumble. Like I said, this is my first set for the year, so it's not perfect. I've tried making fondant. I'm not that great at it. Alright. Put the holes in. There we go. Let me wash my hand up. I'll put these up in the oven. Back in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I hope I recorded the first part because I didn't see my camera. Okay, so you can see I can still kind of push in a little bit. So I'm going to put it in, back in. We'll do 10 more because you can just slightly, you'll feel the give. So it's not ready yet. We'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back and these are ready. I have let them sit here. Before, like I said, it was 20 minutes and then I just turned the oven off and let them sit. You know, we're not cooking it down, but you can hear they're a brick. You can't push on them no more. Almost got a little bit of spot. This one's a little bit. They might, if they fall apart, you can also use, basically like a brown paper sack. It's the same material. They could chew it up and take it out of the hive. So if you ever get one of these that flake out on you, which I think this one will tomorrow, I will show you. You can put it on a brown paper. The packing paper is really, really thin. I think it's packing paper. And just leave this on top of the packing paper. They will remove the packing paper and they will eat the sugar if it crumbles. If it's solid, like I think this one is, no problem. You just lay it there, they'll work on it. But this one here I think is going to crumble on me. But it's still usable, and I'll show you tomorrow.
Subscribe.